Hey, Shalom Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakawadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that rule and teach well, and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is the Akia Mahaloya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying. This is a brother has sent this in the group meet earlier, and I watched a couple minutes of it, you know, and it says American women are begging for help living in the cars, but foreign women are poor, which shows you the hypocrisy of you women. All right, Isaiah 4:1 is getting ready to come in a big way, brothers, man. All right, and you have to know how to weed out and vet these women, because these bitches are gonna come with all types of baggage and all types of deceit, trickery, all right, manipulation, and you got to be in the spirit to know how to dissect a demon, all right, because see, time is getting hard. Jake's just left our department, and my department rather, and my supervisor, they like, well, we don't know if we're gonna hire anybody to replace him. And I blurted out, I said, why? Because budgeting issues. And she said, yeah. Okay, so right now what I realized, because you know at my job it's a lot of women that work there, a lot of stout-hearted, bullheaded women that got degrees, you know, that think they're in some type of level, but all of them ain't nothing. They just scare little girls at the end of the day that need a man to dominate their fucking ass, man. You see, the time we coming into is gonna test the time of who's real and who's fake, and all this I'm a boss bitch independent bullshit is getting ready to go out the goddamn window. All right, and I'ma just be real with you. You women, you ain't winning. Y'all losing, and y'all getting ready to lose. Only how you gonna win is if you attach to a man of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, point blank, period. Okay, we don't give a damn how many scriptures you know. We don't give a damn how many prayers you think you know. We don't give a damn how righteous you claim to be. If you ain't attached to a man of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, then 9 times out of 10, the Lord ain't dealing with your ass, man. All right, and you getting ready to find that out a hard way, because like I said, you women in Babylon, y'all ain't winning. You through, especially the so-called black woman, man. This is why we tell you, man, brothers out there, hey, just be ready, man. You know, if you ain't really getting the attention from women right now, hey, don't fret. It's gonna come when it's gonna come. Okay, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is he's 10 and 10 from the free throw, man. He don't miss at all. If the Lord say he's gonna do something, then you best to believe he's gonna do it. Like he said, I will bring it to pass in its time. Okay, so hey, we're in a time now that these women, when all hell break loose, because hey, we getting ready to see a civil war. Okay, with this Charlie Kirk nigga, this Edomite, the way Esau is reacting to the fact that this devil got fucked up, shot in the throat. Hey, Esau, man, he's not too happy about that, man. All right, and the first thing they want to do is blame Jake. Oh, you Negroes did that. You Negroes are violence. Nah, nigga, that's your kind that did that. Okay, you're known for forwarding out assassination plots and overthrowing dictatorships, and that's how you get down, right? That ain't in Jake's character to do some dumb shit like that, man. But regardless of it, we're getting ready to see an economic collapse unlike any other. Okay, which is gonna make the Great Depression look like child's play by far. So what you think these women gonna do? You think they're gonna be throwing that college degree in your face? You think they're gonna be throwing the fact they make $22.15 an hour, working 80 hours a week with half benefits in your face? Here a bitch makes $22 an hour, but yet she lives in a $350,000 condo and driving a fucking $50,000 car. And you ain't got nothing to say to me. Okay? But hey, I'm gonna play a little bit of this video, and then I got a couple of precepts. Wow, and that's the spirit. Black women are in crisis, losing jobs at an alarming rate. That's called law Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. Lord is judging you fucking women, man. All right? And you know what I noticed too, brothers, in Salakia, that I'm ranting a little bit, but you know what I noticed too at the job? I'm noticing, because after I made that comment, and when we shut down our meeting, somebody mentioned, they said, yeah, they're trying to save our jobs type shit, because the grants are running out in these particular instances, man. You know, the grant money is running thin. So the desperation on people at our job, especially in our department, you can feel the desperation in their spirit, because they don't know if they're gonna have another job in another year or two. You know, and me personally, hey, I'm cool with either. Hey, shit, they lay off, so be it. I don't really give a fuck, you know. I don't want to be around you people anyway. You know, but they're worried about it, man. So they're creating all types of job opportunities, and they're trying to, you know, get us to do other things to bring in more grant money to save the company. In reality of it is, they just trying to look after their own ass, man. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna play a couple minutes of this video. I'm gonna get a couple of precepts. Bear with me here, Salakia, but here we go.
That would help. If you would like to send me something, again, it's fine. I'm not asking for a thing like that, but
fuck, man.
What up, this is Solo Traveler ORD, back again with another video review. With this review, you guys,
fair use, by the way. I make no money for this video. Fair use.
Know that we've been hearing a lot of news about women losing their position at work. You know, it seems like every other day or every other week we're hearing about more and more women losing their position, losing their job, and now they're out there trying to find work. And it got to the point that a lot of women are trying to go back to their nature of trying to, you know, want to be wives again. You know, there's no longer of the bad behavior that's going on, because now they don't have men propping them up anymore. So because of that, since society is no longer there to support them, and of course for men, we already know what's up. We know what happens whenever things start falling apart. We have to tighten up and keep pushing forward. It is what it is as far as being a man. But a lot of these women, they don't understand that. So it's interesting that, remember about 2 or 3 years ago, a lot of these women was going online talking about foreign women, saying how they are poor, uneducated, everything you could think of. They call them out their names, all that stuff.
The Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education.
Let me ask you a question, Edgar. Why are the passport pros not going to Sweden, Switzerland, Germany? Why are they going to Colombia, the Philippines, Malaysia, African countries? Why are they going there and not to Europe?
Because that's the choice that they choose.
No,
not every man.
Wrong,
that is.
Wrong answer.
It can't be the wrong answer, because
the
you can't tell
European
everybody
women are modeled like the West. They're modeled like us, and they're not going to stand for their bullshit. So they go to these very, very poor countries where your $50,000 means the world.
Now things have changed. Now these women, you know, a lot of women in the West, they are regretting their situation that's going on. I'm sure you're not going to find them online talking a lot of shit about foreign women, saying that.
Yeah, because the thing now is that women are homeless. They're living inside cars with children. I seen a couple of videos a while back when a lot of these Muppet babies, they were living out of cars, and one chick, she lived in a fucking parking lot of goddamn Walmart, and she'd go in there and use the bathrooms and, you know, take a whole bath or whatever, wash herself out, brush her teeth, and then go back into living in a tent, you know, a goddamn tent as a car, you know, and that just becoming a norm. And yet these women are still proud, man. How the hell you not gonna have literally a glass jar to piss in and a window to throw it out of, and you still proud like you better than men? Like, that's why the Most High gotta bring serious threshing to this place. This place has to be threshed with pure intensity, to say the least. All right, so let me bring this out real quick. 2nd Ezra 16, and I'm gonna start at verses 31. It says, even so in those days there should be three or four left by them that search their houses with the sword. That's talking about marauders. That's talking about rapists. That's talking about remnant of militias, martial law troops, wicked niggas, okay, crazy crackers, hunting. You know, it's like The Last of Us. Last of Us being a survival game. What happened is that you on the prowl and you're looking for you know, resources to survive. Okay, you're looking for resources to survive because you got people that's out trying to kill you, and on top of that, you're evading a zombie apocalypse, man. You know, fuck. You know, so that's the result of it. So it says here, even in those days, there should be 3 or 4 left by them that be searching their house with the sword. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if you in the city, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna die. Okay, most of these people in these cities, they're gonna be utterly destroyed and put to death. And a lot of that is going to be women and children, because we know in a time of war, women and children are the primary casualties, man, because they're the most vulnerable. So all this, I don't need a man and I can protect myself. That's all a ploy by the serpent that was played on your emotions, so you can be out here without, man. Because see, Esau understands how to overthrow a household. Okay, once he turns your men into beta male cucks and basically practically women, he's basically put you women in a driver's seat, and now you women are running a whole household, and you're doing a horrible job, man. And you know you're doing a horrible job, but you're so infested with pride and arrogance to the point when somebody brings out these facts to you, you have a problem with it. Okay, which is going to lead to most of you being unalive right here in Babylon. All right, and it says, and the earth should be laid waste. It says, and the earth should be laid waste. Two hoes right next to me on a motorcycle. If I had a picture, I'll show you. They look like twins. Tattoos everywhere. They on bikes. You can't tell them anything. You know, but these be the same women that end up on the 9 o'clock news. Because, for the simple fact, you know, some two Jakes tried to talk to them and they just curved two Jakes, man. But they like the attention. That's crazy, man. And that's the spirit that the Lord got him on a motorcycle, because it takes a certain spirit to actually ride a bike. And I'm pretty sure y'all can hear it in the background. It's two Edomite chicks, I ain't gonna lie, looking thick as hell on that damn bike, you know. But anyway, it says here, and the earth should be laid waste, and the fields there shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through, right? Because it's gonna be that bad to the point they're not gonna want to, you know, be outside without a protection of a man. It look like some downtown is on fire too. Damn, that's a spirit. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's a lot of shit going on down there. Unless it's construction. Maybe construction, I don't know. But look like some buildings downtown. There's a lot of smoke and black smoke downtown. But if that was the case, I would hear more of an ambulance presence. So they're probably doing construction, I assume. But something is definitely smoking downtown, KC. And I'm looking dead at it from where I'm at. But I don't hear any firefighters in the area. So it may just be nothing. But that's the spirit, because as we're reading, these cities are going to be casted down. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know? And it says here, and the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the women shall mourn, having no husbands, and their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers, right? So these women out here that's in that spirit, they're not going to have anybody that's going to come to their defense, man, because men are tired of dealing with the bullshit. This is why men are going overseas. You know, this is why men are going overseas, and this is why men are going to other places to find wives, you know, because they don't want to deal with the leftovers here. Like these two strags on a bike next to me. These women probably dealt with 100 men apiece, but yet they're still acting like they're the prize. Like, bitch, you're no fucking prize, man. All right? You're the prize demon, you know? But regardless of it, all that pride and madness is getting ready to be done away with, man. Okay? And it reads here, and it says, and the virgins should mourn, having no husbands. Okay? And it says, and that women should mourn, having no husbands, and their daughters should mourn, having no helpers, and in the war should their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands should perish of famine. Yeah, because the average nigga out here is going to be unalive in the streets of America, man. Okay? Because for one thing, he has no survival skills. And not only that, outside of that, he doesn't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai operating in him to keep him sustained in these dark and evil times, man. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to play a little bit more of the video, and we'll get another precept or two, and then that'll be that. So here we go.
That they're poor and so forth, because a lot of these women in the West are becoming to be homeless. Yes, that is what is going on. So let's go ahead and check out these videos and see what's up. This is homeless and depressed. What do I do? What do you do?
How do y'all get over depression? Like, I'm extremely depressed. It's just me and my kid. We homeless. I can't get approved for childcare, so therefore I can't get a real job. And if you know me, you know I works. I don't play about work. But I'm only doing this delivery thing right now because that's all I can do. But in Texas, I thought everything was bigger in Texas, but obviously it's not, because I can't even make barely $20 to $30 a day. When I was at home, I get orders for $40, $50, $60. I get to Texas, I see orders for $5, $7, $10. Like, it's a struggle to make $20, $30 a day, like I said. I mean, I don't get child support. I ain't got no family here that can help me. I can't leave because my car keep breaking down every other day. So, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm trying my hardest not to just crash out because I got my son and he didn't ask to be here, so I got to do what I got to do for him. But, man.
Come with me as I complete the hop, skip, drive ride. I see that.
And she's talking about, I'm trying my hardest not to crash out, like you a threat. I mean, And you made your decision, all right? Like, you know, you made your bed, not lying. And this is another thing, too, about you people in this place. You people are very unaccountable. You hold no accountability for your actions, man. Okay, because you got buzzed down and laid on your back and got flipped sideways and upside down, and nigga made you put your big toe in your mouth while he was cracking from the back. Nigga, that's your fault you let that nigga come in you, man, because you make horrible decisions in men. And then a lot of you're just so goddamn wicked to the point that the man, he put a baby in you because he thought something was gonna come of it, and he just leave you, man, because you so much of a damn demon. So if you crashing out, you need to crash out on your goddamn self, man. Okay, you want to blame everybody. Well, I was gonna crash out, but my son ain't asked to be here. Yeah, he didn't ask for a raw dog and scum to lay on our back and bleed him out, man. All right, and that's another thing. You're gonna learn accountability once this place is finally said and done. Because I don't give a damn what nobody say. The Most High, he's gonna take this goddamn place out with extreme fashion, man. Okay, this destruction is gonna be talked about for the longest in the kingdom. Like the scriptures tells us, it says that I think it's Jeremiah 16 or Jeremiah 6 when it goes into, we should not talk about, or no more should we talk about the deliverance from Egypt, but we should talk about how the children of Israel was delivered from the land of the north. That's here. Okay, which proved that them rats in the land of Israel, you fucking possums in Israel, are not the Israelites, man, because you ain't in the land of the north, man. You see?
I have a ride coming up in 15 minutes. His name is Kai. I've driven him a few times. Super sweet kid. Hopskip Drive has a welcome period.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. You know, it's not that I'm trying to, you know, throw salt in the wounds of a lot of these women, but this is kind of the situation when things start looking bad. This is what happens, and then they start going out there and selling themselves. They start being pros. As you can see, Figure 8 has been booming. A lot of people have been making tons of videos of that. Women are out here selling themselves, you know, talking to old friends. You getting those hey big head texts and things like that, trying to, you know, shackle up with people now. But before, you know, a lot of women were talking about they don't want to do 50-50. But, you know, this is the West for you. You know, when they have that safe, that false sense of security, this is what it is.
And right, a false sense of security based on the predication that Esau has given you women false hope because he set you up in positions that you're not qualified for. See, when you speak to a female about the nature of a woman, then it's villainized, you know, it's vilified here, you know, because in their mindset, a woman is a slave and a servant. But that's exactly what a woman is. She's a servant to her man, according to the scriptures, you know. So they vilify that when you tell a woman, well, your place is to stay at home. But when they did the statistical research on it, they found out that women in their actual feminine role has less stress. They're more productive. They're more happy, you know, versus having to get up and go to work every day. Which, I mean, I don't give a fuck how feminine you are. You a woman, you getting up and you going to work. All right, scriptures tell you in Proverbs 31 that you work. Okay, so if you got to punch a clock at 9 to 5 and come home and tend to the house, that's what you got to do. Because in this day and age, you need about 7 incomes to pay the rent. Okay, you working, I'm working. Hell, you may have to work 2 jobs. Fuck it. The kids and babies got to work too. Okay, because for the simple fact that it costs literally a fucking house note to pay rent right now, right? If you want to be ahead in life in America, you need to be making at least $250,000 a year just to be somewhat comfortable, you know, out of all the taxes and all that other stuff. And you may say, well, Ma, that's a little bit exaggeratory. No, it's not. When you cut in inflation and record inflation, dog, you need about $80 an hour, $100 an hour, which is roughly 160 something thousand a year, possibly. I don't know, the math may be a little bit off, don't quote me, but whatever, you get the point. You know, you need about a good 160 bands easily to live somewhat comfortable here, because the average house now in a shithole is going for damn near a freaking $1 million, man. You know. So going back down here, it says, now hear these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. This is why we do videos on it. Okay, GMS is known for getting on the woman because unlike you other groups, we actually correct our women. Okay, you don't see a bunch of brothers and they women getting together doing a bunch of folly, around a bunch of skeptical ass, sketchy ass niggas, a bunch of sketchy ass women. You ain't gonna catch that from us, man. All right, we actually correct our people, because when you go into the book of 2nd Esdras, the 14th chapter, maybe the 14th chapter, it says, set thy house in order and reprove thy people. You got to reprove Jake, man. You got to tell Jake what's up. Because if not, then the blood will be on your hands. You know? But it says here, behold, the word of Yahweh, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake, but behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And the plagues are here. This is why women are beginning to feel the crunch, because the plagues are here, man. All right? And this is why we telling you women, look, get right. You see a brother you trying to get up with, hey, stop playing games and send a brother a message or an email, whatever the hell, whatever form of contact, because we see you on the comment boards, and we could kind of speculate if a sister's trying to deal, because she's always watching the videos. I'm like, yeah, 9 times out of 10, she's like, you know, she may like your voice, but she's trying to deal, especially if they, you know, can kind of, they can kind of relate to what you're teaching. You know, so you sisters, man, y'all better start shooting y'all shots, man. Okay, if you got men already and husbands, then hey, beautiful. You know, serve that man like we serve you. How about you, how shy? You know, may the Lord have mercy on you and your affairs. But other than that, man, y'all sisters, y'all got to get right, man. But the rest of these women out here, they through. Okay, Keisha, the 2/3 Keisha, man, Keisha's a 3/3, man. All right, the Most High may just eliminate 99.8% of you right here in America, man. I remember Apostle Tahar a while ago, man, when he was, you know, he was going on one of his spiritual rants, man. He was in the spirit, and he said, all you black women, he said, all you black women in America, you're going to be put to death. He said, all you stupid ass black women in America, you're going to be put to death. He said, all you black women in America. And of course, he wasn't meaning like you, the righteous sisters, of course. But when you think about it, the females outnumber us 7-1. That's why bulk of the 2/3 will be women and children, because women and children outnumber men, bar none. Okay, because the average man have at least 2 kids apiece, you know, unless he's lucky to not have any, you know, but you know, you get the point. Isaiah 32 and 1 and 2, it says, and a man should be as a hiding place from the wind, okay, and from a covert of tempest, as rivers of waters in a dry place, and as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So we're going to be a hiding place throughout all the hell that's breaking loose in Babylon, because, hey, you know, I'm a firm believer that the Lord is going to give us spiritual power any day now. All right. And I'm not saying that to be on some fucking Captain Kirk type shit, but you get the point. The Lord is going to give his men power to do things out here. Okay. How else the hell you think we're going to make it? Now, yeah, you know, the angels will intervene and get us out of all our affairs. But, hey, you know, a brother like myself, man, I appreciate the angels intervening. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing for the Most High to send his counsels to help us. But, you know, shit, a brother like me, I'm going to be on the threshing floor, bro, in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? The angels come in tag team. Hey, that's a scripture in the Apocrypha, a story when the Maccabees, when you had the 2 chariots running in betwixt the Maccabees, man, and they went to smite the host. So, you know, you have the men of the Lord with the power and the angels. That's like a fucking Megazord right there. You ain't beating that. You know what I'm saying? So I pray like hell that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gives me power just so I can flex on you fucking niggas, man. Because I promise you, if I get that power, I'm flexing on you niggas, bro. Straight up. And I'm flexing on you damn devils. And I'm definitely flexing on you damn women, to say the least. Give a damn what you say. We gonna flex and we gonna show our tails when we get that power. Fly off on one of you hoes, man. Then how you think about it, like, damn, did this nigga just fly off? Goddamn right I did. And it says, in the eyes of them that see him shall not be dim, and the ears that of them that hear shall hearken. So it's gonna come a time that it ain't gonna be no debates. Okay, everybody has an opinion, everybody has a fact. It ain't gonna be no room for debating or opinions in that day. It's either you're gonna be with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, or you just gonna get decimated, man. All right, and I'm cool with those odds. Okay, being said, you're gonna get down and lay down. Ain't no fucking negotiating. You either gonna give it the program or you're gonna die. It's simple. And hey, we don't give a shit which. Preferably you give it the program, but ideally, a lot of you just gonna be unalive because you ain't gonna get with the program, and we cool with that. I'm cool with those odds. Don't bother me none. All right, going down here. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, to give ear unto my speech. The speech is the men of the Lord. Okay, the speech, the words be speaking is of the scriptures, man. Give ear unto my speech. Many days in a year, it says in the New Living Testament, many days above a year shall you be troubled, you careless women. For the vengeance to fail and the gathering should not come in. So eventually, hey, I was gonna do a lesson on this child support nonsense, how people are starting to kind of fight that shit back and win, and on top of that, people were realizing that the state is keeping their money. So people are like, wait a minute, man, where the hell is my money going? So the Lord is getting ready to topple these bureaucracies that's put you women in an elevated position to say to hell with the man. Okay, the Most High is getting ready to topple all these goddamn bureaucracies, man, and you ain't gonna have a damn thing to say. All right, so let's finish playing the video.
But brothers, this is what I gotta tell you guys: keep pushing, keep enjoying yourself. Don't fall for the okie doke. Keep traveling and going for those foreign women because they are worth it. Because they will not flip flop on you like this. At least most of them, that is.
I'm homeless, and this is how I live rent free. So I went ahead and cleaned out the stores just so you guys can.
You homeless, but you got enough money to get them eyelashes, and you got that war paint on your face, and you got that wig on your goddamn head. But you're homeless though, right? Hey, you black women are pathetic, man.
See the size? I have a 5x5 unit, and with
living in a damn closet. What, you gonna put a flat screen and a PS5 in that motherfucker too?
the insurance is $71 a month. I got these big blue bags from Amazon. I use about 6 of them, and that's where I keep my clothes and important papers.
And they're ready to live in a goddamn storage unit before they humble down and serve a man. That's the ultimate fucking defiant, man. That's the ultimate defiance at its finest. For you to want to live inside of a damn storage unit before you humble down and subjugate yourself to be under man's authority. That's some bullshit. This is why the apostles say stay away from these hyenas, man. Okay? Recreational use only until she proves otherwise.
I'm homeless and I get ready for work at the gym. A lot of people don't understand why somebody would choose to be homeless, and honestly, rent was kicking my ass. My clothes and important papers. I'm homeless and I get ready for work at the gym. A lot of people don't understand why somebody would choose to be homeless, and honestly, rent was kicking my ass. I was paying $2,000 in household bills, and now I pay $20 for my gym membership.
Yeah, because you women, you live beyond your means, man. You live beyond your means. Okay, there's a such thing as not living above your means. If you don't live above your means and you actually plan and do what you have to do and budget, you'll be surprised on how much money you can save a month, man. Okay, I know it's hard, but see, this is what happens when you put your faith in Babylon and you don't move circumspectly. Okay, from a young age, you know, I was always taught to do things in moderation, you know, and a person like myself, I know how to manage finances, you know, to a degree. I'm not saying I'm like the biggest expert, but I know, like, all right, if I gotta go ahead and get this repair, I can get it done, because I don't just spend my fucking money righteously, because this is, scripture say, trust not in uncertain riches, man. So if I need to go, you know, get a repair on a car, you know, to some degree, I can go ahead and, like, I had to replace a starter, an alternator, and a fucking battery. Now, back in the day, and I could have done it myself, you know what I'm saying? But the way my car is set up, to replace the starter, you have to take off, it's like an exhaust pipe that goes across the starter. I mean, it's literally right there, but it's ways you can get to it. You know what I'm saying? But just the parts alone was mad expensive. You know, I'm talking about for an alternator and a starter. I mean, that's considered minor work, you know, back in the day. $50-$60 for a part. Goddamn parts run damn near $400, man. The battery alone, they was talking about damn near $200. If I didn't get a discount on the battery, I would have came out my pocket with damn near $600 for 3 fucking parts. You see what I'm saying? But see, when you actually live within your means and your reason, you can kind of do things like that. Though I didn't want to fucking do it, but I had to do it, man. It's called being an adult, unlike you women. Okay? And it says, tremble ye women that are at ease, and be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare. Gird sackcloth upon your loins. Yeah. Humble down. Okay? You have to humble down, because we ain't in the time now for the proud or erosive behavior. It says, they shall lament for the teats and for the pleasant fields and for the fruitful vines. But upon the land of my people shall come upon thorns and briars, yea, upon the houses of the joyous in the joyous city. So the Lord's getting ready to bring economic instability to our people, as we're seeing it. And Jake is getting ready to lose it.
People, I'm homeless. They imagine me digging in dumpsters like this looking for food. I chose to be homeless because I'm tired of paying bills and I need to save some money. They didn't want to give me food stamps, so I'm out here living rent-free, eating ribs. I'm homeless and this is where I sleep. When I left my apartment, I thought I'd be living in my car rent-free. The day I moved out, my car completely shut down, but it was too late to go back.
Yo, that's pretty bad. Man, you got your plans in order, and then your car was like, nope, it ain't about to happen for you. Now your plans done change. See, here's the thing about it. Like I said, a lot of these women, in the West, this is why men are traveling, because they reject a lot of men saying that they don't want to do 50-50, want to deal with them, and still talk shit and shame men for going to other countries just for situations like this to happen.
A stick of butter a day keeps the love handles away.
The reason butter is called butter is...
I slept in that car so many nights without air and heat until one day I just couldn't take it. I told my manager I was living in a broke down car, and now I sleep at work. I'm homeless and this is where I hide my...
Yeah, what kind of manager you got? Do you got a female or male? And how did you get to sleep at work? What was you doing? Are you doing some type of favors? Because see, the black woman is not above having sex with a manager, whether it's a male or female. Okay, these women are big time lesbians, to say the least. So ain't nobody gonna let you sleep in a goddamn work unless he owns the building. And you know goddamn well you're doing recreational favors for a person that lets you sleep at work. Okay, ain't nothing for free. They got this thing now talking about they got this thing now with women basically exchanging sex for free living to live. So if you got a house or apartment or studio or condo, a lot of these women, man, they're willing to sleep with you just to have a place to lay their head, man. And that's gonna be the new thing. Like I said, they getting ready to sell that box literally for a bag of chips, man. Okay, ain't gonna be none of this OnlyFans bullshit going on for too much longer and bitches getting over on niggas, selling them fucking feet pics for $300. You out your goddamn mind if I pay for some madness like that, man. All right, that's just plain stupidity, and that's just extortion. And you men, you just pathetic, man, if you even go that route.
My office has a locked cabinet, so I like to keep about a week's worth of stuff so I don't have to go to storage as often. I have a lot of scrubs for work, socks, underwear, and also my iron and ironing pad. Although I don't sleep here, I like to keep extra things I might need in case I run out of something in my gym bag. My cabinet comes with 2 keys, and I do leave one here and take one with me just so I won't lose both, and you do need a key to unlock it. I got this security bar from Amazon, and I keep it on the door just in case I need to change clothes in between jobs or act like I'm in here doing some work. I'm homeless, and this is the shower I use at the gym. I'm homeless, and yes, I'm cleaning my makeup brushes in this bathroom. One thing I hate about being homeless is people don't like when you make the struggle look good. It's a problem if I want to do my hair and makeup, but it's okay if I was living in the streets looking bad. All I know is I'm going to keep making my content, and you keep making sure you pay your rent. I'm homeless, and this is how I date. I shower and get ready at the gym, and then I take my stuff to storage since it's not that far. I Uber to and from the date, even though they usually ask to come and pick me up. I don't mention being homeless until the 2nd or 3rd date, but it hasn't been an issue so far. If you have a problem with me dating, just remember I'm homeless by choice, and unlike you, I don't have any rent to pay.
You see, and that's the thing. The fucking pride that's still behind the audacity of them, like, it's just the pride, man. The pride, if the pride wasn't there, like, somebody can be a little empathetic for you in your situation. But the pride is what makes it all worse. Because it's just like, damn. Like, you that goddamn arrogant? And you're not virgins? You're not virtuous? You have no skills? You wear other people's hair? You're ashamed of yourselves? You don't even believe in yourself? And you have the audacity to have this proud behavior, which is... That shit is above my pay grade, man. I don't get it, but I get it. Okay? One more precept and I end it. I've said enough. I don't want to continue to rant. Isaiah 4:1, in that day, 7 women should take hold of one man, saying we would eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, okay? 7 women should take hold of one man. So we in that time, brothers, that, hey, these women, they know what's up, man. Okay, they're just trying to hold out for as long as they can so they don't have to get in order. But even then, we gonna know exactly who played games with the men of the Lord and who was really about, you know, coming under the right jurisdiction of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you're edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.
I said I was homeless, never said I was broke. I get my packages sent to a pickup location and go pick it up from there.
At least he's smart with the whole situation.